It's cheap horsepower.
Stop that. I hear 'em chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear 'em chat with the boys.
Okay, fuel pressure was climbing as you were cranking.
All right, so we're going to talk about the shop demon. We're going to talk about all the crazy things that we've done to this and kind of where our direction of the build has gone. You know, squash some hearsay, squash some theories and things like that, and straight up talk about our build. So this is the shop demon. Pretty wild, crazy build. It does have a 426. A little different than some of the other ones we've done, but it does have a 426. We purchased a lot of our equipment through one of our good vendors, and we've assembled it here. So the 426 components are things like CP pistons, things like that we've put in, and everything was here assembled at Baily's High Performance. The cam that we decided to run with in this is definitely a custom cam, but we did something completely different with that. Cam load profiles and ramp in rates are different, so what we needed to help us achieve that is Johnson lifters. So aside from the standard Hellcat style lifters that everybody runs, we've got the upgraded Johnson lifter system in here, which has been phenomenal. A lot more stable. The data is perfect. So that's covers some of the basics on the engine without going into too much detail. And then we've stepped up into a Magnuson blower. The Magnuson blower 2650 has really proven to be a force to be reckoned with, and the guys over at Magnuson, we love them. We've had the opportunity to do several SEMA builds with them and whatnot. Great group of guys. The things that we run into is boost pressures, and here's where we're going to get into squashing a few things. Each blower is going to have a designated efficiency RPM range, right? So what does that mean? Some people, you can see they've got this crazy pizza cutter pulley on the back, as well as, you know, tricycle front tire on the front, and it makes, and they're claiming they can get 30 plus pounds of boost off of it. That's ridiculous. You're overspinning the blower. Magnuson highly recommends against it. And so what we've done effectively is been able to maximize our pulley combination on the back, as well as maximizing it up front. Well, what does that equate to? Right at about 1,200 horsepower and almost 1,400 foot-pounds of torque. That's where we currently stand. It has proven with that amount of torque to be a little difficult to get off the line. So when we move to the back of the car, we'll kind of get into that. But we've also teamed up with a great group of guys at Fuel Injector Connection. They're in Georgia. Bill over there is a brilliant man and has helped us out significantly with getting the proper injector sizing to where we're at. So we're currently sitting at 1650s. That's currently in here right now, and that's a Fuel Injector Connection, and those guys are awesome. We've had fantastic luck with these injectors. Then Brisk spark plugs, Kong throttle body, and the guys over at Legmaker, we always love their product. We recommend their product on all of our horsepower packages. They were gracious enough to get us set up with the Legmaker intake to match the Kong throttle body. So pretty impressive little combo. It does have a few things that people do a little bit differently, or that are done and executed a little differently than what you would typically find elsewhere. So So the entire fuel system that we've done is also Fore Innovation's level 4 triple pump, designed to run the Ignite Red that we've picked to run in this car. And it has so this is Fore's parallel triple pump fuel system from dash 10 all the way up, and then dash 8 for the return. So the fuel supply problem isn't going to ever be an issue. And when we go to nitrous and start introducing the nitrous kit, this here is going to start turning into an independent fuel system. So nitrous will never tap into our Fore Innovation fuel system. So we'll make sure the engine always has its fuel pressures that it needs at all times. So this is a Fore Innovation system on kind of what it looks like before it gets into the tank of the car. Triple pump TI automotive pumps. This is assembled inside the tank, and what we're doing is we're removing the Demon's factory twin pump system and going in with the Fore Innovation's triple pump system. So this is going to provide us with a lot more fuel and kind of keep up with the demand. Currently, before we made this change, we were on the factory fuel system running a booster pump, and we were running out of fuel and pressure and everything from there. So we had to make this upgrade. So we teamed up with the best guys in the market. None of this cut, splice, chinchy, pigtail stuff that some of the guys are doing. No, we are replacing this with the best of the best that's on the market. That's all that we do. The next thing is that's in the back is a 15-inch conversion. This is from our great buddies over there at Carlisle Racing. They came out with a CNC knuckle that requires no trimming. So this is kind of where the wheel bolts to, some of the suspension components, ABS sensor, whatnot. Typically, what the guys have to do to put a 15-inch in is they've got to cut their knuckle to fit the rim. We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to hack, modify, and cut up a factory knuckle. It kind of looks a little bit ghetto when you get back there and try to sell it as a great product that can run forever, and somebody looks out there and says that it's all hacked up. So we went with Carlisle Racing. These guys have an awesome, beautiful piece of art that is their knuckle that's already cut, ready to go, to clear and fit a 15-inch wheel. And with that, they're converting the rear brake over to a smaller brake so we can fit the 15-inch wheel. We were running a 17-inch Billet Specialties rear wheel. We have since completely overpowered that, so now we're going to a 15-inch conversion on the back, and we're looking for sponsors. Try to get Weld or somebody else to come on board and get us set up with a 15-inch beadlock. So that's some of the things that are on the rear, as well as we're doing some rear suspension arms, subframe bushing reinforcements. Our buddies over there at G-Force Engineering. If you want to talk about a beautiful rear subframe setup, G-Force Engineering is releasing all of their rear subframe stuff for the Hellcat platform. So we'll be doing that as well, and getting it ready to go back out to the track. From here, once we're done with this, the vehicle's going to head over to Dash Built, and we're going to start getting the 850 certified cage installed in here. And those guys, Spencer, known Spencer for a long time, and I'll tell you, some of the stuff that he builds is hands down the best. So, you know, again, something that we are always striving for, to have the best hands and the best products in all of the vehicles that we build, not only just our car that's going to be race proven, track tested parts, but everything that we're installing on your cars to be able to go drive them on the street comfortably and reliably. That's what we strive for. So next up, we'll be taking a stop over at Dash Built and seeing what he's doing with the cage.